What's your age?
I'm 27.
Are you single?
No.
You have a man?
Yeah.
How long now?
Like 3 years.
Why do you think he hasn't proposed?
I think because we're both young, so, like, I don't know. I'm not looking for marriage right now anyways.
27 is young for a woman?
Yeah, it's very young. How old are you?
Same age.
You're 27?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're old or no?
No, but I don't have a biological clock.
Oh. I mean, to each his own.
So at what point would you want to get married then?
Maybe when I'm like 30.
What if your man said, I never want marriage, I just want a long-term commitment? How would you feel?
I think I would leave. It doesn't take years to know if you want to marry someone.
You would leave the relationship.
Yes, I would.
But be honest with me. Do you think marriage really shows commitment?
No, not at all. Because I know a whole bunch of married men in Scottsdale that cheat.
So why put such an emphasis on it anyways?
I guess the fairy tale.
Fellas, the signs are always there, bro. If you meet a woman and she's 27 and she's still not ready to be married, that's a woman who is dedicated to the streets, bro. And they all got the same story. They all want to get married when they reach the age of 30. They all want to be married when they pass their prime. But in their prime, when their bodies are naturally the best, they give their bodies to the streets, to the players. They allow a bunch of dudes to run through and depreciate their bodies. And then when they're all washed up, that's when they want to deal with a sucker who is going to save them. And look, here's the reality. She just admitted her truth. She said she want to get married for the fairy tale, for the storyline. And that's the main reason why most of these birds want to get married. Only for the fairy tale, only to be like, oh yeah, girl, that one guy, he saved me, he married me. Yeah, I found me a sucker. It's like a goal for them. It's like an accomplishment. And that's why right after they marry the sucker, they get right back to the streets. If a woman is serious about marriage, bro, she's going to start looking for marriage at the age of 21, 22, 23. She will choose a husband versus the streets. At that age, she'll be focused on finding a husband because she understands that she is in her prime and her husband deserves her being in her prime. But a bird is going to say, man, I'm about to have fun. Yo, I'm about to hit the clubs. I'm about to hit the streets. And I'm going to get married later on in life. Fellas, the signs are always there. Trust me.
So I recently got out of a relationship. Actually, I didn't recently get out of it. The relationship has been over. I have recently released myself mentally from that relationship. The relationship is over a long time ago, but I was mentally stuck there for a very long time. And I recently had some closure for myself and still, go through the ups and downs of grieving and all of that, but I'm trying my best to make it to the other side of that. And I have started to date again, which has been very interesting for me. And in dating, I met a really nice guy, like a really incredible guy, super sweet, so thoughtful, like everything on paper that you would want, but I didn't feel that thing. And I don't necessarily feel like when I meet somebody, I have to be head over heels for them. Like, that's not my thing. It's more just like there has to be a genuine excitement or interest. And if I don't feel that, you can't fake it. And I'm not saying you can't gain it along the way through platonic friendship and things like that, but it's really hard for me to want to be in relationship with someone romantically if I don't feel that thing. And so I was really conflicted because this person was just so good on paper. Like, they were so fantastic. And I was like, Lord, here's this person that I feel like could be it, right? And it's like, and was just a kind person, but I just didn't have that thing. And I started to think about like some of the cycles that I go through in relationships and with myself. I noticed that I tend to when I get out of relationships that required a lot of me, whether that is mentally, whether I was in a space where I really liked someone, I tend to then, if that relationship doesn't work out, I tend to look for a safer relationship after. And when I say safer, it's like that great guy who is not going to hurt you, who you can depend on and trust in, all of those things, but you're not necessarily feeling that spark. And so I just sat with it and I was like, you know, I could get in this cycle again and like find myself in this long-term relationship with this person, or I can trust that what's coming isn't going to be something that I have to settle for or convince myself of, and just choose myself in this situation. For the first time ever, I can choose myself and just choose not to get in this cycle of like toxic relationship to safe, but just be okay with being alone. And yes, that might mean that, you know, I'm someone who projects into the future. So I'm like, okay, another year of no matching holiday pajama sets, and them grapes under the table on New Year's may not have worked. But it's like, there was so much power in me deciding I'm going to choose me, and I'm going to trust that whatever is coming for me is not something that I'll have to settle for romantically, because I don't think that's what God would want for me. Like, the best that God has for me cannot be the person that I'm like, I don't really like them, but they're nice. And so, I don't know. I think sometimes we convince ourselves like, oh, this thing is good enough. And we kind of take things into our own hands. And we're like, because this is good enough and because I don't know what's coming, I'm not going to trust what's coming. And instead, I'm going to settle here. But there was something so powerful about just deciding for myself. I actually don't know what's coming. I trust something is, but I don't know. And even though I do not know, what I am not going to do to myself is settle and just fall into relationship with people that and men that I don't necessarily feel that strongly for. So that was a revelation for me.
Fellas, a lot of women become birds in their quest to find their definition of a perfect man. Women like this is going to run through several dudes, bro. Because in all reality, they are not really looking for a man. They are just looking for the thought of a man. In other words, in their mind, I want a man to be like this, that, and this. And if he's not the right man. Her first relationship, she said she checked out a while ago. So that's a woman who was in a relationship with a man, and he's thinking it's all good, but mentally she's not even there. That's a sign of a bird, fellas. And of course, she returned back to the streets. She met a good man. He looks good on paper, but he don't give me that because she craves a player. She craves toxic energy. So what's going to happen is she's going to be going through so many different dudes. It's crazy because she's always going to find something wrong with them. Because in her mind, on the surface, she want a good man. But behind closed doors, she want the player. So that's what she really wants, the player. But then she's going to waste the good guy's time. She's going to use y'all for dates and boyfriend type things. But when she want to tap into the wild side, she's going to reach out to that player. Trust me, fellas, be wise out here and pay attention to the signs, bro. If a woman is having a hard time finding a man, 9 out of 10 times, bro, she is for the streets, bro. I'm just keeping it real.
What you found most attractive about me?
No, don't turn around. Don't turn around. You're going to blow it now. Because I like personality. Your personality was good. I don't usually look at women in their face too long, but I like your ass.
Nah, in front of little man, that's crazy. But here's the thing. A bird don't know better. All she know how to do is showcase and promote and market her body for crumbs. That's the life of a bird. So it's second nature for her to turn around. She don't even know she's revealing to him that, damn, shorty's, this is how she get down? She just quick to just show me her ass, huh? Just show me what you got. It's like, that's the thing about a bird, fellas. The signs are always going to be there. But the problem is a lot of men love to ignore the signs that be right in front of their faces. Now, a chick like her, now let's say if he was to see her do that and then take her serious and then act like she's wifey material, and then he find out eventually like, yo, damn, shorty ain't shit but a bird. That's just a man who is oblivious, bro. And fellas, you don't want to be oblivious out here. Pay attention to the signs. The signs are always there, bro. A bird is going to show you she's a bird. Do not ignore the signs. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.